I'm Tom.
And I'm Molly.
Welcome to Friends at Gameology, hosted by MoonlightCrew.com.
Reviews for science.
In 7 minutes or less. The Hobbit. Not only is it the deck building game, it's the Unexpected Journey deck building game, which makes me think they're going to come out with more as the movies, well, they have already progressed, but as they catch up to the movies.
Yeah.
So, this is a Cerberus engine from Cryptozoic. It matches DC deck building game, which I think was the original. There are several other Lord of the Rings. There's Naruto and Street Fighter. I've enjoyed most of them, and this is, well, I don't know if I want to give it out too early, but it's no exception. I really like these games.
Yeah.
So, in The Hobbit, instead of superheroes for DC, they just give you the characters. You got Bilbo and Radagast and whatnot. And the backs don't match the DC backs, so you can't really mix these together. But, you know, it is what it is.
But they have completely different names, so...
Yeah, I mean, instead of superpowers, you have maneuvers, which instead of kicks are valors and such. So they are different, but this is a standalone copy. You don't need any of the other Lord of the Rings base sets or expansions to fill it out because it comes with everything you need to play. And what's a little bit different about this is that there are only 3, what do you call these, arch enemies? I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I never know.
There's only 3 of these big bads, which is a little odd, because the other ones come with 12, and you can play with 8, and
you never know what's going to happen when they're flipped up, so it's a mystery.
Yeah, you're playing with the same 3 every time, and you just get the loots and spoils that are underneath them, which are just big points, really good cards.
Big powers.
And eventually, the One Ring comes into play, and you can use it as a defense and whatnot.
I think, never mind. Well, I'll talk about that in a minute.
Simplicity versus complexity.
I would say it's pretty simple. It is a deck-building game by Cryptozoic. So if you're familiar with deck-building games, I would say it's pretty simple. That's all I have to say about that.
It's a matter of being familiar with deck-building games. If you are, it's going to be simple. If not, it's not a huge learning curve, so it's simple.
Yeah.
Luck versus strategy.
Again, in any card game, when you have cards flipping off of the top of one deck, you're going to have luck. Lots of luck in what comes out on your turn versus someone else's turn. If he gets all the trash cards and I want them, or he gets all the artifacts and I really need artifacts because they come out on his turn. And there's a heavy amount of luck in this game. There's some strategy in what cards you get that are out available to you, but there's a heavy amount of luck.
This game is super lucky, as are most Cryptozoic Cerberus engine deck building games. If you like a heavy Euro and you don't like random Ameritrash, maybe not the game for you. But if you're like us and you like I don't know, if it's the theme that pulls us in so much more so than the gameplay, or if it's just the trying to mitigate that random aspect, it is lucky.
Yeah. Also, as we mentioned before in other deck-building games from Cryptozoic, the powers that you get, the variable player powers, are not even. Some are way better. I know Gandalf to me, has been really good in games because it gives +1 power for each different thing, but some are just not as good. So that is also a thing of luck. So, but that is a little bit, can be mitigated by the choices you make because you have that from the beginning.
Right.
So what are you going to do with your power to make it good?
Which leads me into fun versus boring. I actually think these different powers make the game more fun because now you're going for different things. Like when you play Ascension, which is a little similar to this, and it came first, you don't have variable player powers, or at least any of the games I've played. I don't know if they ever came out with variable player powers.
Right.
But and so you were all going for the best card.
Yeah.
But the best card to Molly is a different best card to me.
Yeah.
And so we're all building our decks in a different way to see what's going to work based sometimes on these powers. I think this game is actually a lot of fun. It comes with this card that says stop. If you want to go through the most torturous, difficult, soul-crushing experience on Middle-earth, use these arch enemies instead, or arch enemies, because it's impossible mode, and I'll tell you what.
It was soul-crushing.
It was impossible. I mean, people were losing super big cards. And
lots of 5 or 6 points. Yeah.
Oh, it was a massacre.
Because it happens 3 times at least.
I really like in this one how the cards, you have these little goblins by themselves aren't good, but the more enemies you get, the more of a force they are to be reckoned with. So I mean, I think this game is very fun, and I've enjoyed it every time I've played.
I think it's super fun. I like the theme. I like superheroes, but I also really like fantasy. And and sci-fi, and so I really like the theme of Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, and I like the Hobbit the best of all of the books, and so I really like the theme. Like, the One Ring doesn't come out until later, because that's kind of how it's revealed. Bilbo kind of hides it, right, and then it's revealed that he has it, and then they have to go on this journey, and so I kind of like that theme, and like what Tom's already said, with the enemies, depending on what they are, and Gandalf's card is really powerful, because Gandalf's powerful. So I really like it, and me, because the theme, maybe we do like these games because the theme speaks through. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's really fun.
On a BGG rating, what would you give it?
I would give this a 9. I'd give it a 9.
It's funny that you say that. I, too, would give it a 9. Just one less than most of my DC deck building ratings. I usually give those 10s. I like the theme better. I like superheroes more than I like Lord of the Rings. However, this is a fun game, and I enjoy it a lot. I'm quick to suggest it, and I won't turn it down.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. So every time we get to 500 subscribers, every multiple of 500 subscribers, we'll give away a glitter painting of your favorite superhero icon, which could include a Ninja Turtle, and what your favorite color. So subscribe, and tell all your friends to subscribe.
Because it could be you that wins.
So this is Hobbit, an unexpected journey deck building game. We've presented the evidence.
You be the judge.